Hello and welcome back. Now today we're going to be reviewing some hood springs that we bought for a 64. Now these hood springs should work on most 64 to 70A bodies, I believe is a year. Now I bought these hood springs from the Parts Palace Incorporated on eBay for $50 free shipping. Now the reason I bought these are fiberglass hood springs, and we're running a fiberglass hood on our car. Now, the hood is a Glass-Tech hood. Glass-Tech does make a set of springs for this, but if you look at year one, they're usually right now I believe on sale for $76, or they run normally $80-something. That's a good $25-$30 difference. Now, you can go to Glass-Tech directly and buy it from them. I believe it's $40 plus shipping. So I wanted to go ahead and just pay the $50 with free shipping and see how well these work. Now they're not the bronze gold look, they're kind of a dull flat black look, which doesn't bother me, but we're going to give them a shot and see how well they work on our hood. Now as you can see, this is where our hood sits without springs on it. It's pretty close to flush. It's a little high on this side, but a little close flush is a little off. The hood hinges are a little worn out. That could be throwing it off. But now what we're going to do is test the hinges, see how well they work with the fiberglass hood. Now as you can see, we have the hinges on. It's holding it up. Shaking the hood. It's not falling on itself. That's a good sign. Now when I go to shut the hood, at that point it does want to go ahead and let the weight take control. So they may be a little light. But it's a lot better than trying to use factory springs on this, because you will damage your hood and you'll have issues with fitment. Now if you can't tell, my hinges are worn out. These are probably the original hinges. But the hood is holding itself up. That is the big concern that we were looking at with buying these cheaper springs, because we didn't want to buy a set of springs that wouldn't even hold the weight of the hood up, because then it would be pointless. But they are definitely holding the hood up like it should. Now we just got to be a little careful letting it down, because it will want to slam. And as you can see right now, it actually pulled that up a little bit. It's a lot more flush than it was back here. I still got to do some alignment on this car to get everything perfect, which they didn't come from the factory perfect, but it's fairly close. This one's sticking up a little bit, and that could be my hood hinge, because as you can see, they were worn out. But overall, it's not bringing the hood up any here. No more than what it was. So for 50 bucks, it wasn't a bad buy. Now the finish on them, we can paint them, make them look a little bit better, which we'll probably end up doing. Now sometimes buying parts off of eBay for these older cars can be a huge gamble. And it usually is. But this gamble seemed to pay off. These springs are not bad. They seem to be working fine. Time will be the judge on that, how long they last. Now if they don't last, we'll just change over to a Glass-Tech set, because like I said, this is a Glass-Tech hood, and we'll see how those do. We should do pretty well. But we decided to try something that was fairly cheap, and we'll see how well it worked. Now, if you're not familiar, I've done a video of an old school hot rod trick to change hood springs if you're having issues changing your hood springs. I'll put the link to the video at the end of the video where you can watch that. And it shows how I change the springs on these, which is fairly easy. It's an old school trick. Now, if you like the video, please go ahead and hit the like button and go ahead and subscribe, because you never know what I'm going to be working on next, what products I'm going to try, or what I'm going to be working on project-wise. So keep up with it, go ahead and subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.